Hi YouTube, I'm back with another Keavy. It's been a while. I've been either really busy, and when I'm not busy I have like no inspiration for a Keavy. So I have no idea what I was going to do a Keavy on, and I think I'm going to stick with the non-voiceover community theme because although it's kind of the point of this channel to do stuff to do with the voiceover community, review-wise, Miranda pretty much has every single episode of every single series covered, so that doesn't leave too many options, and I don't really have any other ideas, so I thought I would maybe be that one person who's like reviewing stuff outside of the voiceover community. So I'm going to review a video game today, which if you've been following me around on Twitter and like stuff like that, you will know I'm obsessed with it. It's called Until Dawn. It's a horror game, so if you're not a video gamer or a horror fan, this probably isn't a good video for you to watch. Okay, so it's a horror game that, well, it starts with a prologue. A bunch of friends are having an annual winter getaway, and they decide to play a prank on one of the girls who has a huge crush on the class president guy. They play a prank, it goes wrong, and she runs off into the woods, and her twin sister follows her, and they both end up falling off a cliff, no matter what. Oh, I'd better explain first. It's very much based on the butterfly effect, so every choice, even the smallest decision, will dramatically affect the story. So that's something to keep in mind. So no matter what you choose to do, both girls fall off a cliff. Skip to a year later. To get some closure, they are all going back to this lodge on the mountain to help the two girls' brother, Josh, get some closure. But some psychopath starts hunting them down, and then it goes all supernatural in the middle. But it's a really cool game, and it deliberately plays on horror movie cliches. So you get a lot of choices between different types of horror movie cliches throughout the game, and that's really awesome. They have all the stereotypical characters you'd expect to see in a horror movie. They have the witty and slightly sarcastic best friend character. They have a serious academic bookish girl. They have the nerd. They have the cool ladies man kind of guy. They have the mean girl. They have the popular girl who's actually kind of nice. They have every stereotype in this game, and it's so good. It's one of the few video games where I actually ship people as couples. My OTP in this game are the characters Chris and Ashley. Oh, I ship it so much. But basically, it's such an interactive game that you become very much emotionally invested in the characters and the worlds that you're playing in because of the fact that every little decision, every conversation is dictated by your choices. That is how interactive this game is, and that's how you become so invested in the world and the characters, is because every single conversation is dictated by whatever decision you make. It's such an incredibly creative game. There are games that are based on the butterfly effect, like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, but Until Dawn is the only one that addresses it as the butterfly effect, and the only one where the tiniest decision results in a different outcome. In the other two games I mentioned, it always finds a way to come back to the same storyline. It's like you meander off the main storyline and it leads you straight back into it. Whereas in Until Dawn, you can meander off of the main storyline and you will stay off of, although you will come back to the main storyline, it's in a completely different path. What I mean by that is, in the other two games I mentioned, you can make a different choice that takes you off that storyline, but you will always come back to it in the exact same way, whereas in Until Dawn, you come back to it in a completely different way. So it's really interesting. And the cool thing is, you're able to save everybody. No one will have to die in this game. It's so creative, and I think it's amazing how creative it is. There is an incredible cast. Hayden Panettiere, Rami Malek, I'm trying to think of another one. There's Brett Dalton, who I think was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There is Jordan Fisher, who I'm in love with. There's so many great actors in this game, it's amazing. And it's so unique and creative, although it still has all the cliches in it, but manages to be unique and it stands on its own 2 feet. It's a great game, and if you're into horror and if you're into games, then I suggest you go play it. I'm obsessed to the point where I'm quoting it. I'm obsessed with it to the point where, like no other video game, I'm obsessed with it to the point where I would cosplay and dress up as a character. I really want to dress up as Ashley because she's my favorite character. I have never been that obsessed with a video game in my life. Ever. I've been obsessed with games, but not to the point where I would love to dress up as one of the characters and go to like a Comic-Con style thing, or go as that character for Halloween. I've never been that invested in a video game. Yeah, so that was my Keavy. I'm going to try and think of more non-voiceover community things, just to kind of give a bit of range to this channel. I don't know if that's okay. Hopefully it is. Yeah, hopefully it's okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys pretty soon. Hopefully. Okay, bye!